2 locations in Surrey and Langley. Applewood Kia.
Brighton College.
Overseas Auto Body, 7638 129th A Street, Surrey. Phone number 604-594-9707. Overseas Auto Body. For facial, laser hair removal, or any skincare treatments, contact Manjeet at 604-593-5005. Located in Surrey at 12732 Aaron Place. Kaloya Skincare Spa and Laser.
Your work always tells a story. Let's have a close look.
All these niggas nothing but a problem. I tell you right now, you might wanna be cool, partner. My mind be in a different place, all I need is space. Get in my way and I'm liable to catch a case. With something big enough to split a face in half. Used to use the hoes for dough, but now it's only just a laugh. You trying to make it last, and I'm trying to make some more. You be sitting on the dope that I let go for the low.
Hey guys, my name is Asa Furtado here with Close Look TV. We're here at Pub 340 with my boys Joe Blow, Rupert Common. Guys, talk to me here. This is the first time we're interviewing you guys, so give me the total insight here. Give me it from, you know, rap day one, because life day one's a bit boring, not gonna lie. All right, so rap day one, how'd you get started in this? Where'd you come from, and where are you now?
All right, well, I'll tell you my part at the beginning. I came here from Toronto, which is widely known for a hip-hop scene. I came here for different reasons than hip-hop, but when I got here, hip-hop was a big part of me, and I wanted to express that. So one of the big things that I found when I was here is where's the scene? There were a few people that controlled it, and those people that controlled it had very high power in what was going on. Kind of like you would see like Walmart as to the mom and pop shop on the street, right? Like the people that were more well-known and had more of a corporation going on were eating out all of the smaller people that were trying to do it. And it was hard to get in on those things, and for a while it was like, for me at least, it was like, where's this hip-hop thing going? And so in that, I just started hitting open mics, and through the open mics, I met guys like this guy, Rupert Common. I met guys like Ayo, all these guys that are performing tonight. And I saw that there's a lot of people, it's not just me that are trying to do it, but a lot of people are trying to do it. And I've been here for about 4 years, and in those years, I've seen people grow, and now it's at the point where these independent scenes that have been growing are slowly conglomerating together, and they're ready to take on these bigger guys, and that's an exciting thing for me, and that's a very exciting thing to me, seeing the underdog finally coming out and getting its place, and seeing their names on the flyers. Like I'll walk down the street on Granville or Commercial, and I'll see Rupert Common on a flyer, and I'll just laugh because I'm like, fucking finally, man. So in that sense, our separate drives of creating a scene have become something that I think none of us expected to happen, and are super happy about it. Yeah.
Real emotional in here. Yeah.
No matter where you are, I'm behind you. Remember spending days chilling at Spadina. I'll rewind with ya, take you back. Me and Joe Blow kicking these raps. Shit, all shucks. It is all skill, not about luck. And so many times I've been stuck. My skill has been all about show will, and I will kill any MC. They ain't beating me, no one's eating me. Yo, I will do do it not to speedily. I would do it just so people see it under them eyes. This is what I do just to survive. 9 to 5, something that I've known so well. Walking down Hastings Street, I live in hell. My soul rock and roll, no need to sell. I like shit, but I will.
Kick some thoughts. I didn't get it at Ross. Forget it. I'll never really say that I'm a boss. A win is a loss if you think it's for the cause. Sometimes you lose your way, then you find it. Kinda like a little marble that you lost. Did I say lost twice? I thought nice, now my thoughts gone. I'm off and on like a light switch when the night hits. This is a cipher, so we need more of a crescent shape. This is a cipher, so we can make a circle great. You could make that shape like a square or a triangle. I rhyme dangle, my mind spangled.
Wow, that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. So tell me, what's your input in on this, and how did you meet up with this guy, and how did we get to where we are now?
Yeah, I first met Joe, actually I saw him busking on Granville Street, and he was with Speeches Beyond. And I was from North Vancouver. I came back to Vancouver after some years away, and that was about 2.5 years ago, and I made the decision to be a full-time artist and make that step. So make art my life. And I transitioned into like part-time work and then just worked on my stuff. And I started hitting open mics as well, maybe some different open mics than Joe. I did some poetry slam open mics and met some musicians, and then got into battle rap, and then made a foothold in the battle rap. And then I realized, I'm liking music, and I got into dancing as well. I've been into breakdancing for a while now, and that really opened up hip-hop in a whole new way to me. Because dance is a huge part of hip hop, but when people hear hip hop, they sometimes just think rap music. But really, it's a universal culture that's unified in these different elements. And in Vancouver, Joe's right. Even within the rap scene, we have segregation, and then we have within the hip hop scene segregation. I'd be surprised if there's anybody going to be actually throwing down dance moves tonight. I would be surprised. I'd be very grateful. But that's something we want to see more of. We want to see the scenes coming together in ways where you have more joyful expression of hip-hop rather than image-based, like, cool hip-hop with people that are just dominating. So there's lots of room in hip-hop for voices. It comes from it comes from a very diverse culture, and we want to be diverse within it here. So I'm happy to be here tonight and just to be practicing what I'm doing, and yeah.
With my fans, and I'm a fan. It's not glam, it's just blood I'm rolling up. I lost control and I don't give a fuck. I'm here and it's just me. My pints cost fucking $3.50. Yeah, so I'ma be that punk sitting at the 340 years getting drunk.
Me again. Yes. Fade away. And dropping verses too if you want. Yo. Smash the cameras, hang the candor. He said he's horny, so candor's amorous. Come after us, come inside of us. No, don't do that. That's a Freudian slip. I'm annoyed with it a bit, so drop a bit about psychology. I would say you would rhyme, follow with my pharmaceuticals in my brain are actually natural. So I don't need drugs, or being a thug, or being in love. Sometimes you think it's lust, sometimes you think it must be something else, and you dig deep inside of us and you. This is us, it's true, but sometimes we tell lies, like white lies. I'm a white guy, I might fly through the roof, and then say, yo, don't do a roofie, or drop something in a drink. This is not me, I am not useless, but this is us on the microphone. We use this device to amplify our voice, so it's nice and moist. Raise my voice, and pitch a bit off kilter. Hang out and pass the mic, cause I've been on for too long. I've been on for too long. Pass it on. I've been on for too long.
I know, especially in the hip-hop industry, one thing that just gets beaten down to a pulp is the use of sampling or the use of resampling, right? Like, I love that stuff. I love, I'm a DJ, so I eat that stuff all day, all night. So, particular artists like Girl Talk or something like that, where they'll just throw in random samples on top of samples. In the hip-hop industry, it's become, a real manifest for that, and a real, something like that. So, talk to me about maybe the use of sampling in hip-hop culture and just exactly where it fits.
Okay. Well, if I could say one thing, it fits. It fits real nice, and since its cultivation, sampling has been a huge part of hip hop. I think the hindering of sampling has now come in the legalization, where there's a million producers and they're all really into the sampling thing, but they haven't gotten the legalities of it down. So they're making these awesome beats, great beats. Maybe even selling them, but the underlying concept is you can't really put that on the radio with a lot of people buying it without you paying the rights to it. So I think it's a great thing, and I think people should sample as much as they can, because it's the pants on hip hop sampling. But I think what we need to move towards is more legal knowledge of what you can do, and if you're starting a producing business, because there's a million people starting a producer business. So if you want to be a producer and you want to sample, I think what you need to do is get on the internet and start looking up the legalities of things and realize what you have to pay and what you have to give out and who you have to talk to. And in that, I think you could really start a successful business, and it'll separate kind of the fantasy from the reality as it is. But if you make it in your house, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Sample whatever you want, go crazy. But if you're really looking to make money off the business, I think you really need to take a step forward from the magic of music and start looking at the business of music.
Oh yeah. Let's hear a little bit of noise from the people out there so we know y'all are alive. Well, alright. Yeah. It's one time, me I love to rhyme, and that's like matching. Me I'm into some magic, like a sorcerer. As I serve you words, I just do this, so sit back and observe. It's all for the fun, not just making up some funds, but if we can do that too, that's cool. And yo, everything's impermanent, opposite of tattoos, but everything fades, so we do this every day. Like the sun rays, I might just shine for all of y'all one time for your mind, and let it just settle. Pedal to the metal, giving it all my gas. Like a fart, I'm making art. I do this from the start till the finish. I do it just with my mind, body, and my spirit all aligned. Just dropping lines one at a time. Yo, it's time for you to shine, my brother.
Yeah, hello, what up? Inspiration with you, right? Right? Yeah, hey, I'm walking up a street, and that's over my battle fleet. Basically, ripping hoes, all up in reality, and laughingly, I'm checked out to be causing cavities, gassily, bringing up the laws of actuality, practically, asking the graphic, took a mercy, thinking me over, sinking these shits, so he devours me, dropping to the bottom, I'm waiting for Davy Jones. Kidding, coming, so I guess that I'm dipping home. I picked up the call, can you please hold the phone? I gotta get to the point, but I'm just way too stoned. Getting fuzzy, I ain't getting no feedback. You can take the phone, so please just give me my weed back. So here's a little lesson on lyrical progression. Skip the intro and proceed right into the session. And kid, is that crazy? Is that your girl's expression? Amazing kid, looking perfect, high definition.
So, you just talked about, full-time artists making that switch. That had to have been one heck of a decision for you. Talk to me about what's going through your mind as to how you just kind of am able to, strip everything else away and, tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to dedicate my life towards.
Well, yeah, it was a big decision. It was strange to me that it took me so long to make it, but you can't expect to make a living for yourself and be the person you want to be, doing the thing you really, really, really want to do, if you don't commit to it 100%, fully, right? You just, it's not realistic, especially in something as competitive as music and performance. So you can't just have it be your hobby. That's fine if you want it to be your hobby. That's a wonderful addition to your life. But if you want to really be a full-time performer, getting paid to play and getting paid to maybe teach as well, you got to make that decision. So I finally clicked and said, okay, Rupert, you got to do this, man. I can't work 5 times a week at a job, 8 hours a day. That's impossible. I will not get what I need to get done, and I'm left miserable every day if I do that, because I know inside the voice is calling, right? You're calling, literally it's a calling, so you have to answer it. And when I made that decision, it was almost like paring away as the years or months went by, it was like almost taking a step more and more forward. So it's like, oh, just a part-time job. Now it was like even less time. Like, how can I live for cheaper? You know, just not spending a lot of money, being frugal, and then learning ways, and then finding out how to make money within the industry. So what I'm doing now is I teach stuff and I perform. So that's also one way to strengthen what you do. So if you know how to produce beats, or you know how to play guitar, or you know how to dance, you can go, hey, can I teach this? Maybe I can. And then you just I've been slowly getting into teaching, and that's allowed me to get an income off what I want to do, and it reinforces the stuff I'm already doing. And I'm getting becoming very proud of myself. There's a pride in choosing what you want to do in life. So, and seeing that in other people that are around you. Yeah.
So here at Close Look, we're very much community-oriented. We're very much locally based. Talk to me about this community that you built. You kind of hinted at it when you talked about your up-and-comings, but talk to me here. Like, when this first started, you know, how many people showed up? And maybe up till now, how many people are showing up now? Have you seen, you know, kids almost, you know, people who just were barely 19 coming into these places? Now they're, you know, teaching a new set of kids. Talk to me about what this community is to you.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right off the bat, if you are an underground act, having 100 people at your show is not something that happens. And it's a reality that you have to face, because I always thought that. I grew up in a very underground punk scene when Billy Talent was first coming out, Ill Scarlet, Death From Above, guys like this. And even those guys who are now icons in the music industry, there were nights that we would go in there and there's 15 people in the club, right? And that's slowly what you realize as an artist. You think, oh, you have this image in your head of all these people screaming your name. But when it starts out, sometimes there's 5 people there, sometimes there's 10 people there. And very quickly you separate those from who are doing it for the recognition and those who are doing it for the music. And when you finally make that decision to do it for the music, you're doing it in front of 5 guys, you're doing it in front of 100 guys, doesn't matter, you're just doing it. And if I could turn it to my boy right here, Rupert, like, he's been an inspiration to me. That like he started from KOTD. He started his own Freestyle Alliance. He's teaching kids how to rap, teaching little kids who coming in and they're like, Mom, I want to know how to do that stuff on TV. And this guy's telling them the respectful way and the organized way to do it. And he's doing it, you know, because he loves it. And that's huge. And I look up to this guy in that sense. I think at one point the city was very money orientated, in the sense that there were certain groups that were running their business. But that's not to say that that's bad with that, because what are you doing things for if you're not trying to make some money off it? So good for them. But I'm just saying that these people that were underground took the community first approach to things. And whether or not that is financially beneficial to them, the heart was there, and the community feels it, because I've been to some of these workshops that Rupert Common's throwing, like Freestyle Alliance, and you see the hope in these kids' eyes, and you see the enjoyment that they're having, and it's something more than I think what the music videos are showing, you know?
I gotta get the kid lifted, stuck in the loop like a gift image. Touchdown at the scrimmage, OG flag, Argentinian business. I leave it click bitchin', give it to the tree, I leave them craving Christmas. Too high on the hit list, too math rap, game stand, it cares. I leave the shit with scrap, I'm about to line it up with the wig spin wax. Hoping I can make enough grips to stack, pulling no gold bricks, no cash. Rooms full of drugs, no stash. Pigs don't fuck with it cause it looks so bad. Never seen a slammer, though can't touch it like a hammer, though can't get inside my hate, but I was rolled up like a scanner, though. Living like an animal on nights like I was grandma, though organic with the camera, now I rap like I'm mechanical.
I guess when talking about teaching classes and stuff like that, when you're dealing with kids and stuff, I mean, is there almost this kind of perceived thing from, I guess, the older generation that rap is still something very street, still something very, I guess, dirty in nature or anything like that?
There's lots of things going through my head right now with like what we're just talking about, but in terms of where rap came from, it's definitely we need to like, if you look into the history of hip hop, you know where it comes from. It comes from New York. It comes from people that are poor, people that are Hispanic and black, and they had a whole different life struggle than what a lot of kids in Vancouver are coming from, especially for me. I'm speaking for myself here, and I know you, my good friend Kander, who raps, we were talking about this last night. He's like, the things that the MCs from New York were talking about and their experiences in the 90s from their childhood and their parents, that's a whole bunch of stuff that we haven't gone through. So, but that's the beauty of hip hop is, and you'd ask any of the major players in hip hop like Africa Bambaataa or KRS-One or those old school guys who are in the documentaries and who are founders of hip hop, they're gonna say that hip hop is universal, and they're gonna say it's for everybody. And I believe that, what I try to do is I express myself through hip hop. So hip hop is a platform to express yourself, and it's an appealing culture to be a part of. And there's a lot of amazing messages, and like it's founded on some really cool pillars, right? So and sometimes you can forget that when you look at what mainstream rap music looks like, or what even like the standard rap show in Vancouver feels like. I've created my own shows because I've been disappointed in how I feel at other shows. So Joe came to this thing, the Freestyle Rap Alliance that I've been throwing, and I don't know, he really shone in there, and he was such a good part of it because he's an experienced MC, but he had such a good attitude. And I mean, it's not all, there's some kids, but a lot of times it's teenagers and people are in their 20s. All I really want to do out of a hip hop, what I want out of a hip hop event is a feeling of sort of expressive freedom and warmth, and people can let loose. And I think that for that to happen, you need diversity. You need a place people feel safe in. You need a good structure and a good purpose. And hip hop has, like, you can ground yourself in hip hop because you feel a part of something. It's deeper than just, oh, I'm out to have fun. Like, fun is a huge part of hip hop. That's one of the major things. But it goes deeper than just fun, and it goes to like art form and growing and personal growth. And people talk about, hey, keep hip hop alive or whatever, or people that really know about hip hop and live the life of it. Well, it's a huge mentality. So I got sidetracked there, but that's what we're striving for here. And Joe feels that, and it may not be here tonight 100% or another night, but Yes, it will be. Whatever. We're striving for it, right?
Check them out, guys. Joe Blow, Rupert Common, Close Look TV. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Yeah. Make noise if you guys have a good time. Come on. Yeah. Yo, man, that goes at 340. Shit, man, they're making me horny. Man, these kids are so hot, I don't know. Gotta give respect to Joe Blow. Shit, just doing this, yeah, we're super. Gotta kill a couple songs of my man Rupert. Yeah, sometimes I feel like we hate those. No, fuck that, we bring it back and screw an A-roll. Might as well just spit it sometimes. I think that I'm good. Then I start breakdancing on the plywood. Looking at sometimes no amateur. Looking at the camera's aperture, I smash it handed. My name's Kander, but I'm candid. Looking at the shit like a shooting like a cannon. Sometimes I feel like I'm this man and I leave like, fuck it, man, the leaves might just drop like the fall, rock like you all, even if it's not this call. Me anytime, my number 778, and that's all you get. I love y'all, peace. Yeah. Oh, I beat your bitch like a vegetable, get the middleman and the other one direct to glow. Staying young like a Gyarados, telekinetic got the wolf flip like a mirror though. I make it too hard to listen up. Even DJs couldn't mix this up. This is where that scheme drops. One more before the spit in turns to the yee-haw. Can think yoki dope, buddy doki doki yo. Say he's killing practice, but he's just another hokey blow. Yo. And if he's a hokey bloke, that means he's kind of like a cowboy, but also kind of like a cowpoke. Like do-dance type shit, you know?
Yeah, alright, we didn't mind it, right? Yeah! What up? So we're doing freestyle, alright? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I'm at 340, yo, I'm knocking on your door. It's Elmac attacking, he's backward on the score. So all you ladies jump up, feet on the floor, and rub them fucking tees like you can't have more. So, basically,
physically. We getting drunk as shit. We moving up feet a little bit, and I'll be ready to hit every joint in DC. So join me, and if you can't see, then use your eyes. And basically don't discriminate. And basically contemplate every faith that you took in the book. And basically you can't escape until it's left unknown. Until you're at your home. Always fucking rapping 340 is at my zone.
You might have slipped, you might have tripped. He gets bucked right up. That's the chest, showing all that he's the best. Yes, I'll be the sickest G. Yes, I am the infancy, eating the real medication. Indeed, I feel rap, because rap skills thicker than constipation. Take me down, leave your mind in confusion. Never lie, always remember what I say. Crazy guy always would say, with a touch of profane, still the same as the underground king I was. Too many things to be underground king of love. I'm fully grown, but not at all the homeboy. Met too many dogs, some of them are homeboys. River, bad boys. My words keep the change running.
Brighton College.
Two locations in Surrey and Langley. Applewood Kia. Overseas Auto Body, 7638 129th A Street, Surrey. Phone number 604-594-9707. Overseas Auto Body.